is R psi times Vx dy. Okay. After penetration through this crystal, the light, the correlation components between the crystal fragment and the laboratory fragment is still given by this relation. Dx prime, dy prime. Okay? And we know that Vs prime, Vf prime is related to Vs, Vf by the W0 matrix. Okay, here W0 is this exponential minus I f gamma 0, 0 exponential I f gamma. Okay, you can include the phase exponential minus I5, but it is useless. So now we want to find the relation between Vx prime Vy prime and Vx Vy. Okay. So we see that Vx prime Vy prime is equal to R inverse psi, the inverse matrix of the R matrix, times Vs prime Vf prime. This Vs prime, Vf prime is related to Vs, Vf by this W0 matrix. Okay, so this can be written as W0 times Vs, Vf. Okay, and Vs, Vf is related to Vx, Vy by R psi matrix. So this is R inverse psi W0 R psi times Vx, Vy. Okay? And I have already told you that the inverse of R psi is just R minus psi. Okay. And finally, I can define the combination of these three matrices, R minus psi, W0 R psi plus W. So we have W times Vx, Vy. Okay. So the output vector and the input vector, the incident light provide this original quadrature state, and after penetrating through this crystal, we get a final quadrature state of this one. They are related by this W matrix. And here W matrix is the product of these three matrices. So W is R minus psi W0 times R psi. Okay. So this is the mathematical expression of the crystal. OK， 就是说这一块东西，这块晶体，它对于偏振的作用，它的数学描述就是这个矩阵，就是这个矩阵。那在这个矩阵里面呢，其实真正核心的部分其实是这个 W0，其实是个 W0。那外面包的这一层 R 3 R minus 3，只是在做坐标转换，只是去表达你从 crystal frame 跟 laboratory frame 之间的关系，就这样啊。所以假设你原来就把 laboratory frame 的坐标调成跟 crystal frame 一样的话，你就不需要这两个，你就直接看 W0就好。好，那但是呢，一般来讲，它如果不一样，那你就是要做这样子的调整。好 ，So this W matrix belongs to the so-called unitary matrices. Unitary. 这个 unitary 是什么意思呢？这个它在台湾这边比较没有很认真去翻译出来啊，对岸的翻译是叫做腰正，其实这只是一个发音而已啊。那腰正矩阵是什么意思呢？就是 W dagger W equal to 1，它有这样一个特性。这个 dagger， 这个像匕首一样，这个叫 dagger。dagger 的意思就是 Hermitian conjugate 啊 ，Hermitian conjugate 的意思就是 transpose 再加 complex conjugate， 什么意思呢？就是意思是这样，比如说。If I write W as this, say A, B, C, D, then what is W dagger? W dagger is that transpose and complex conjugate. Transpose means A, D, B, C, and the complex conjugate. So this W matrix has this property. 这个特性究竟是什么意思呢？这个特性的意思就是说，它对偏振的作用只是把它转来转去，不改变它的长度。OK， 就是说你现在如果送一个偏振到这个 crystal， 这 crystal 呢？对它只做以下的事情，就是转来转去跟改相位，好，但是这个绝对值的平方，这个向量的绝对值平方是没有被改变，啊，是没有被改变，好，那这个就是所谓的这个东西的意思，啊，那事实上这个不完全正确，啊，真实的物理世界实际上偏振遇到 crystal 的表面是有一点反射。那只是这个反射可以被弄得很小，比如说你加上一些处理，让反射可以变得非常小，所以你忽略那个反射，的情况下，你就可以把它当成只改变偏振状态，在那里转来转去，但是 没有把光变弱。反射会让光变弱嘛，因为它丢掉了一部分，对吧？还给原来入射的那个空间一部分的能量，钻进这里面的时候变少了，然后再钻出来的时候又反射一次又变少。OK， 所以真实的世界里面，其实光是变弱了一点点，但是假设那个比例很低，我们它当做不存在的话，那这个东西就会被描述成所谓的 unitary transformation，unitary matrix 那腰正就是这个意思就是不改变向量的长度不改变向量的绝对值This property means that originally we have the after penetration through this crystal, we get V prime, which is equal to W times V. And if we want to calculate the square of this matrix, which means that we calculate V prime dagger V prime, V prime dagger V prime. Then this becomes V dagger W dagger W V. However, if W dagger W is equal to 1, then this means that V dagger times unit matrix times V, which is V dagger times V. OK， 所以这个意思就是 Vx prime 绝对值平方加上 Vy prime 绝对值平方等于原来的 Vx 绝对值平方加上 Vy 绝对值平方。好，这就是 unitary matrix 的意思。好 ，So why W satisfy this has this property? We can prove this result because now we have this W is defined as R minus psi times W0 times R psi. Okay, what is W dagger? Dagger, according to linear algebra, the dagger is transpose and complex conjugate. So transpose will reverse the order of the product. So we have R dagger psi times W0 dagger times R dagger minus psi. Okay. However, R is a real matrix. So dagger is just the transpose. This times W0 dagger times R transpose minus psi. And R transpose is equal to R minus psi times W0 dagger. And minus minus gives us original R psi. But what is W0 dagger? Remember that W0 is this exponential minus I half gamma 0, 0, exponential I half gamma. And here gamma is real quantity. And the W0 dagger, the transpose and the complex conjugate give us this. Okay, so it is very obvious that W dagger times W0 dagger times W0 is equal to unit matrix. So now we try to calculate W dagger times W. W dagger times W is now equal to R minus psi W0 dagger times R psi times R minus psi times W0 times R psi. Okay? And the product of R psi and R minus psi is equal to R0. But R0, R psi minus psi is R0. Rotating zero angle is just identity. Okay? So this is the unit matrix. Okay? And this is equal to R minus psi times W0 dagger unit matrix W0 R psi. And this is R minus psi W0 dagger W0 times R psi. Okay? And the product of W0 dagger and W0 is equal to unit matrix. So this is R minus psi I R psi. And this is R minus psi times R psi, and this R0, which is I. OK， 所以就是这个 W dagger W 呢是单位矩阵，单位矩阵，所以这个特性代表的是这个向量的长度没有被改变，那物理上来讲，就是我们完全忽略反射，那这个 crystal 的作用对团的学来讲，就只是转来转去而已，不是转来转去，但是它没有去改变它的强度，没有去改变它的强度。好，那当然这个东西其实不完全正确，因为真实的世界其实是有一点反射，只是那反射很小，我们不予考虑而已。我们在第5章的最后一节会考虑反射，会让大家看到反射的效果是什么。那会有这个Fabry Pro 的一些效应出现。我先跟你说一下。Okay. Now we consider another kind of apparatus. 另外一种东西它跟 crystal 不一样它不是 unitary， 它是 projection。Now we consider how to express a polarizer in matrix form. Okay, polarizer. What is polarizer? Polarizer is a piece of material that if you send a beam of light having the polarization parallel to the axis called transmitting axis of the polarizer, then it can transmit through this polarizer completely. However, if we send a beam of light having the polarization perpendicular to the transmission axis, then it will be absorbed completely. So, a polarizer a polarizer can be expressed like this. For example, suppose this direction is the x-axis, and if we have a polarization parallel to the x-axis, it will penetrate through this polarizer completely. Then we can express the polarizer as this. Here, the first component means the x component. The second component means the y component. So if I multiply P0 to 1, 0 vector, I get 1, 0 vector, which means that the x polarization can penetrate through this polarizer. However, if I multiply P0 to 0, 1 vector, this gives us 0. Okay, this means that the light polarized along the y direction will be absorbed completely. Okay. 好，所以就是如果我要表达是 x 方向的光可以完全通过 ，y 方向的光完全会被x 偏正的光完全通过 ，y 偏正的光完全被吸收。那这样跟 polarizer 我们就可以写成1000。好，我也许应该把它写作 px 代表是 x 方向可以通过。那如果我要表达另外一种情况，就是 y 方向完全可以通过，而 x 方向不能通过的话，我要怎么写？好 ，So if I want to represent the y polarizer, which means the y polarization can penetrate through, x polarization will be absorbed, then the y polarizer can be written as 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, like this. So this indicates that when you send x polarization light, you get 0. And when you send y polarization light, you get the original polarization. Okay. So how about arbitrary orientation of the polarizer? Just like what we did before, if the transmitting axis is along the orientation side, if we have a polarizer, this transmission axis is along the direction side, then how to express this polarizer in the matrix form? I can write this as P psi equal to R minus psi times P0 times R psi. Okay, here P0. Here P0 is this, the X polarizer. Okay. Let me try to check the result for psi equal to f pi. 也就是说，我们要把它，我们试试看，这样可不可以给我们正确的 Y polarizer 的结果 ？So for psi equal to half pi, half pi is equal to cosine 0 sin 是1，然后是负1。Okay. Minus half pi is 0 minus 1 1 0. Okay. So P half pi is equal to this. Okay, so this indeed gives us Py. Okay, 好，所以你可以去测试看看，就是不同的这个方向啊，它会是怎么样子。So now we want to study the so-called wave plate. Wave plate. First, we studied the so-called half wave retardation plate. First example. We study half wave retardation. Plate. 叫半波片啊，半波片。那半波片是什么意思呢？是这样的哈，就是说。Here we have gamma equal to 2m plus 1 pi. Here m is equal to 0, 1, 2, blah 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 blah. 如果伽马是2n 加1派的形式，我们把这种情况叫做half wave plate 啊。好，如果伽马长这个样子的时候，伽马长这样子的时候，这个 W 会具有什么样的效果？So if we originally we have E equal to this Y polarization, and we assume that psi to be 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Then originally we have polarization along the y direction. We want to know what is the resultant polarization after penetration through this half-wave retardation plate. Now we have W equal to this one.为了简单起见，我们就直接令 n 等于0啊。W is equal to this. Here we have exponential minus I half gamma. This. But what is this factor? This means cosine half pi minus plus I sine half pi. Okay? And cosine half pi is equal to 0. So this and this is equal to 1. This is minus plus I. Okay? So W is equal to 1 half 1 minus 1, 1, 1, minus I, 0, 0, I, 1, 1, minus 1, 1. Okay? Which is equal to minus I times 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, and we multiply this W to V. So V prime is minus I okay. So you see, after penetrating through this half-wave plane, if the slope axis, the angle between slope axis and the x-axis is 45 degrees, then we change the original y polarization line into x polarization line. Okay, it rotates 90 degrees. Okay, 这个东西其实很容易理解哈。我们假设我们不要特别在所谓的实验室坐标，而直接在 crystal 坐标的话，它实在太容易理解，太容易理解。因为原因是这样啊。 So we can understand this result very easily if we consider the effect in the crystal frame. So originally we have a polarization along this direction. Here we have 45 degrees and 45 degrees. Okay, here this is slow axis and this is fast axis. Okay, so y can be written as this ES plus EF. Okay, and after penetrating through this crystal, since the new polarization becomes this. Okay, but since gamma is high, this means that V prime is this. Okay. This factor is not important, but the relative phase between ES and EF, originally their relative phase is the plus sign, but after penetration through this halfway plane, the relative phase becomes negative sign. Okay, negative sign. So positive sign means that this. But negative sign means we change F into minus F, and the new polarization becomes this. Okay， 转了90度。啊，因为我们本来就选45度嘛，啊，慢轴、快轴加40，这个跟这个 Y 轴各加45度，啊。那本来送进来的时候是1比1，对不对？但是呢，我们现在相对的 phase， 因为差了拍，就会变成我固定其中一个 phase 不管它不动它的话，另外一个就要差180度，对不对？就会从正号变成负号，重新叠加就变成水平，好，所以就等于转了90度一样啊。所以这个从这个crystal frame 来看，其实很容易理解，只是用数学来算的时候可能会把你搞得这个昏头转向啊，但其实它就这么简单啊，就这么简单啊。那这些多余的 phase 其实也不重要啊，这个多余的 phase 其实也不重要啊，但是你就是很机械式的把它乘出来，会得到结果啊，你会得到结果，就是你会从一个 y 偏振变成一个 x 偏振啊。好 ，This is the effect of so-called halfway plane. And what is the effect of quarter wave plane? Now we consider quarter wave plane. A quarter wave plane means that gamma is equal to half pi. So now W is equal to 1 half 1 minus 1 1 exponential minus I pi over 4 0 0 exponential I pi over 4 1 minus 1 1. Okay, and the result is so we get this result, which is equal to 1 over square root 2, 1 minus I 1. So when you multiply this when you multiply this W to the original Y polarization state, you get this. And this is okay. So this is the left-hand circularly polarized light. Left-hand circularly polarized light. You can still understand this result by referring to the slope and fast axis. Originally, you have this Y polarization, and both components have same phase. After penetration through this crystal, this wave plate, if you keep one component unchanged, the relative phase of the other component is half pi. Half pi means I. So originally we have phase 1, 1, and finally we have phase 1, I. Okay, so this is just the left-hand circularly polarized light. OK， 所以这个其实很容易理解很容易理解这边我要想一下，就是说圆偏正的时候你究竟是参考原来的 x y 坐标，还是参考 slow fast 的坐标它都是圆点阵，好，差别只在最前面的 face 不一样，就这样。好 ，you can prove that. Suppose I consider this, say, what if I change our basis from xy to ES/EF? Okay, so we know that EF, so x can be written as this ES minus EF. Okay, and y is this. So, if I substitute them into this B, I get this. Yes. Plus what is this? This gives us 2 minus 1 minus 2i, and this is just I. Okay, so you see that for certainly polarized light, if I use XY coordinate system, it is certainly polarized light. If I use an ES/EF frame, it is also certainly polarized light. And they are the same certainly polarized light. The only difference is the phase, the total phase. But the total phase is irrelevant in describing the polarization state. 好，那今天可惜我还没有讲到如何把 wave plate 跟 polarizer 结合。好，不过这个结合其实蛮简单的，就是算一算就知道了。好，那我们考试的话呢，我们考试就考到今天所讲的内容。好，今天所讲的内容，然后大家可以 open book 不用带太多东西啦，这个拉里拉撒的没什么意义哈，反正就是你就带你的实体的书或者你的笔记啊，然后就来考试啊，然后我也不会考你很多数值计算的东西，你那个计算机不带也没有关系啊，也没有关系啊，然后所以 anyway 就这样子。 那绝对不要作弊啊，绝对不要作弊啊，然后就祝大家考试顺利，下礼拜。